Today. So just starting off with New Zealand dollar, US dollar, was expecting sort of a break to the downside out of this. That hasn't materialized and we're now moving up. It is another classic example of why you wait for the structure to appear. So what I was anticipating was move down and then back to retest and then an entry short. That trade is basically gone. We have broken through this range. And now what we're looking for is a pullback onto support for us to buy. Okay, bear in mind today is non-farm payrolls, so it might be wise just to wait until after non-farm payrolls before trading any US dollar pairs. We are at a level right now. You can see there is my level over there. And we also have a little bit of a difficult to pull this here, but there's a channel there, and then there is another something happening over there. Okay, so we want to buy off support, and if we just put that in there, we get rid of the noise. So we want to be buying off support, so we don't want to be buying up here. Don't want to be selling either. This is a clear trend change. You can see we're pointing straight up on the 1 hour chart. So we're looking for a pullback onto support and then an opportunity to buy. Where are those supports? Let's just use a block here so you can see them clearly. There's the first one. So a pullback into that area would be interesting. And the second one would be a break through here and then a pullback onto this area here. Okay, so this is one that I'm keeping on the radar. It is starting to look fairly interesting. And based on what we see happening here with the New Zealand dollar, if we move across to the EURUSD, similar kind of thing. So I was kind of given up on this thing continuing on its move to the upside, and the reason why we're looking for a move to the upside was this wedge. Okay, so we had the strong trend up, wedge, breakout, retest, and then we've just gone sideways. But by the looks of things, the retest level has held. We are still ranging, so I'm still not interested in getting in on this at the moment. But with non-farm payrolls coming up, you may be forgiven for expecting a breakout of some sort. Okay, so if we just first start with this pin bar here, we tested it, we've now broken above it again. There is another little level further up. The problem with this chart, it's very, very messy at the moment. So we have a potential trend change, not as clear as on the New Zealand dollar, but we do have a potential trend change that is brewing here. We have a bit of a triangle break at the moment as well. There's the underside of the triangle, and there is the top side of the triangle. So what we're looking at here is a potential range breakout. Okay. So another one that I'm back on the radar at the moment is EURUSD. Just bear in mind, as I said, we do have non-farm payrolls, so don't get too excited just yet. So what we'll be waiting to see here is to see if we can get through some of these resistance areas and find some support. So the best way to do this is to get onto the 8 hour, and you can see that one is clear, that one is clear, and that one is clear. The others aren't. Right, so you can see we're kind of in the middle of this range at the moment, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. If we get above it and find support here, it does look like we have an opportunity for buying. Next pair is Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar. So just get to the 8 hour here. We've had a fairly strong rally to the upside, and we've then gone sideways. Okay, this sideways, if we just use price as a level, not really anything there. Just see if there's something on the weekly. We have a couple of weekly bars that interact with this area here, which is 094154. And you can see we have tried it a couple of times. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th week in a row that we're trying off after a pretty strong move to the upside. So for me, it's starting to look like a consolidation pattern. And if we look at the 8 hour, you'll see it fairly clearly. There's our consolidation pattern. We're now starting to make higher lows. we're now looking for a breakout and retest. So pretty much looking for a breakout and retest of this area. It's not going to be exact, so you're going to have to wait to see a proper breakout and a retest and a pullback back onto, could be on any one of these fractal levels here. So 094291, 094300 area, that's kind of what we're looking for. We want to break and a retest, and then we're long on that pair. That's also looking very interesting. So US dollar, Japanese yen. So the reason I've got the dollar pairs on is because we do have non-farm payrolls. This has been kind of messy. Big move up, massive move down, and then sideways. But we have come into a fairly interesting area here. Okay, so if I look to the left, you can see all these tails. Okay, all these tails here. So this was an area of support and resistance, which is 107.337, and it does look like we're bouncing off it on the 8 hour right now. If we drop down to the hour, you'll see we're busy forming a higher low. Okay, this is another interesting pair. So basically, if you look at the $3 charts we've looked at, there are setups for strong dollar. Okay, so something is brewing. Well, we'll have to just wait and see what transpires. I do want to see a bit more structure, and I'm not really interested in trading dollar pairs until after non-farm payrolls anyway. So keep them on your radar, because you also have a 1 hour breakout to the upside. Although it failed, you can see there we broke out and we came back. We're now back in this area here, and you can see there's a lot of tails right in the middle where we are. So if I put that level in, you'll notice that it is sort of middle of those two levels. Okay, so something worth watching. Break below here, 107.337 gives us shorts, and break above 107.526 gives us longs. British pound, Japanese yen. So what we have here is we've had a massive move up. We've had a move to the downside. I think I mentioned this earlier in the week, but we had this potential flag break, which got me out of some shorts that I was in, which was the right decision, and we've now rallied. Now, the big question is, do we have a breakout and a retest? Yes, we do. There's the inside bar. I hope you can see the power of the inside bar. I'm not looking at tails here because there's nothing close to price. I'm looking further back. There they are there. And if I come across here, you'll see we found support on it. Okay. So you need to be looking in the past. It doesn't matter what anybody says. I know a lot of new traders come out and tell you that it's easy to analyze a chart if you're looking at the past. Well, that's exactly the bloody point. Excuse my French. So you will never be able to analyze a chart looking forward. I mean, we can try. Let's move it across. What's going to happen? Nobody knows. So the only way we can find out is by looking what's happened in the past and apply it to the future. Okay, anyway, enough of a rant. What we do have at the moment, we've got another potential breakout that is in place right now, and that is through 134008. If we now come down to the 1 hour on this pair, you'll see pretty well structured breakouts and retests. Okay, so you can see I'm using the 8 hour on the 1 hour, occasionally popping down to the 4 hour. So that pretty much gives you the opportunities, and I think this was a decent opportunity to buy. I missed that one completely, wasn't paying attention to this pair, but that was fairly decent. If you just bought, you could have waited on the 15 minutes, or you could have taken the stab of it, and 500 point. It's 500 point risk to 1,000 point reward. Anyway, so this I expect it to continue in its upward trend. Obviously, we want to buy off support, so we need to wait for some structure to form and basically happen. And I suppose we did break below this 133.911, which is this area here. So there is potential that we come a little bit further back at the moment, and that would make sense because that would come right back onto this area here. You can see we haven't really tested this area, and it's quite congested here. So 133518 would be a fairly decent area to be buying with a stop below the swing low as well. Okay, last one, which is Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar. Now, this is pretty much another scenario where we had a pretty good trend going, and there were lots of opportunities to buy in this trend. And then all of a sudden, we went sideways. Now what's happening is we're getting above the moving average. If I put a level up there, and then I do this, where can we extend it from? How should we take it? Let's take it from there. Yeah. Okay. So there you see what we have is a flat top triangle. Flat top triangles are bullish patterns, and you're looking for a breakout of the triangle. So we don't want to be trading just yet. We want to break out, a retest of this area here of 094194, and that would give us opportunities to buy. Okay, so there are another 6 opportunities on the table this morning. Non-farm payrolls, again, guys, be careful. Don't try and trade before the non-farm payrolls, and please don't try and trade as the data is released. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be volatile. Price is going to move all over the place. It normally takes a good 15 minutes before it settles down. I always wait until the US Open before making any crucial trading decisions. If you're still watching, please give us a like. If you haven't subscribed. We do these every day, and try to share the knowledge. So appreciate the comments as well. Try to get back to everybody with any questions you may have as well. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the day, and hope it helps. Cheers for now.